Hey everyone, how's it going? We're gonna start the stream in a little bit. The stream's not actually started just yet, so we're just gonna hang out for a little bit. But yeah, we should be getting the Five Nights at Freddy's announcement today, which is pretty exciting. Hello everyone. Oh my, there's so many people coming in. Let me know if you can hear me okay, and if I sound alright. We did a little bit of testing before the stream, but I do want to make sure everything sounds okay. You're also going to see my face today, which is a little bit weird, isn't it? Mic is fine? Alright, perfect, okay. I can hear your smile. Oh wow, there's really so many people coming in. People must be very hyped for this, eh? Hey everyone. I'm not sure if I have I'm very sorry. I don't think I have the stream alert set up at the moment. Alright, okay, I'll get my I'll get my camera on too. This is gonna be really weird. This is gonna be really strange. We'll put the frame on first. Got the webcam on. Alright. Hey everyone. How's it going? We're getting ready to watch the Year 9 anniversary stream and the Five Nights at Freddy's announcement today. It's very exciting. I'm sort of shocked as well that they're announcing it so early too. So it's flickering. Okay, it's actually starting now. I'm just gonna turn it down for now because I think this is just the sort of the rolling part of it. But yeah. Hey everyone. Yeah, if I'm looking up to the side, by the way, it's because I'm reading the chat. I've got the stream up on here, and then I got the chat over there. I'm not at home at the moment as well, so it makes it a bit harder, but hopefully the setup is functional and everything works okay. Yeah. So yeah, how's everyone doing? You do look like Wesker. Oh no. Do you think we'll get a surprise reveal like Castlevania last year? I think there's a chance we do. I'm getting the feeling this is going to be a very big stream, and just announcement in general. We're probably going to get a lot of things being announced. So yeah, I think so. Doing great. Good to hear. Thank you, Shifty. It seems to be about Year 9 in general. Oh, we got a countdown. Oh, 15 minutes. That's okay. We can talk for 15 minutes, I guess. Okay, first question. What does everyone think we're going to be seeing in the stream today? Aside Five Nights at Freddy's, what other things do you think they're gonna announce for the reveal? Or the anniversary, sorry. Because surely, I'm not sure what they did last year. They announced a few things last year. They also looked at like casting of Frank Stone. They looked at like a few different things, I think. It wasn't just the anniversary and the upcoming chapter, which was D&D last year. Jack Black is a survivor. It wouldn't be too surprising at this point. He is in pretty much every single video game film. You want an update on the Wraith and Nurse relationship? Well, actually, there has been one. In the recent King interviews, they confirmed that it's no longer canon. So Wraith and Nurse are no longer together. They broke up. So that's the update on that. Thank you as well, Ghost, for the £2. It's very kind. And someone donated early. I'm very sorry, I forgot to call it out. Thank you, the 3MS as well. And thank you, Dark Mage as well. Hey, everyone. And thank you to my partner, too, for becoming a member again. This is the first time I see you. It probably is, because the only other time I showed my face was in the Wesker video. And in members' videos. If you remember, there's going to be monthly videos now where I do sort of updates on what I'm doing and stuff like that. Yeah, that's true. There is an 80% off as well on Casting of Frank Stone at the moment. I've still actually got to play through Casting of Frank Stone, because I still haven't played through it. I've played like the first 10-20 minutes of the game. But I thought, potentially, as I should be getting a bit of an upgrade to my internet soon, we could stream that together and do a playthrough on stream. I thought that could be fun. So yeah. Oh, thank you. Nice beard, thank you. This is really strange. Being on camera. What FNAF do you want to see? See, I'm excited for this announcement, but oh, 1 second. Oh wait, this is Casting of Frank Stone. I thought they were about to play a trailer then for a second. Oh my god. I've not played much Five Nights at Freddy's. The only Five Nights at Freddy's I played is the first one, and I survived like 3 nights. I was really bad at it. And then I've also watched the films, so that there's like two things I've interacted with for Five Nights at Freddy's. But I'm open to it joining DbD, and I think it would be a really great addition. So, thank you, Lokojoji, for the. Is that Australian dollars? Wow, thank you, very kind. Good to see you here too. Azzy, what's your opinion on? You didn't say anything. Opinion on what? Better not be the Mimic. See, I didn't even know what that is. The only one I know is Springtrap, and that's what's his name? It's not William Birkin. It's the other one. It's William Afton, right? I think that's his name. Oh wow, thank you for the $20, J-Boy. That is very generous. Thank you. Thank you very much. Whoa, we have so many currencies coming in. Thank you, Augustin. For the 100 ARS. I'm not actually sure what currency. There's loads coming in. Chess Merchant S tier. Okay. Thank you, the 3MS as well. Absolute Coat. You want Pyramid Head add-on reworks? That would be very good, wouldn't it? Finally reworking Pyramid Head's add-ons. That would be honestly huge. Hey everyone. Do you think there'll be legendary skins? I think there's absolutely going to be legendary skins. I think for this chapter they're going all out. They know it's good. They absolutely know it's going to be huge. They're going to be going completely all out for this, I think. Oh, there's a subtitle that just says here. Let me just turn up the volume a bit, and you guys can judge if the sound's alright. Just let me know what's like too loud, what's too quiet for the stream audio. Who am I hoping for? Again, like, I don't know much about Five Nights at Freddy's. I think Springtrap would be cool. But again, that's like one of the only characters I actually know from the games. Aside the ones that are in the first game as well. There's Freddy. There's the one with the claw. Foxy, I think, right? There's the rabbit. Tiny bit down. Okay. Down, down, down. Okay. Just let me know how it is from there. I'm your favorite streamer. Well, that's impressive because I only just started. But thank you. What do you think this will mean for future collaborations? That is something I covered in a recent video, and it's going to be very interesting, I think. It just keeps saying here on the subtitles. I do think it's going to be interesting. It is going to change, I think, because once we've gotten it, this is like the peak of chapters almost, isn't it? It's like it's what everyone's been theorizing for so long, and now we finally get it. You know, like then what? I did get your letter, yeah. I did want to show them off in a video somehow, but I don't really know how to incorporate it. But I did get your letter. I got all your aces. I'm currently working on like a bit of a picture frame to put all the letters in that people sent me. But yeah, I did get the aces. It was very nice. Thank you very much. Thank you again, Augustine, for the 100 ARS. I'm still not sure what currency that is, but thank you. Hello, Georgia. Good to see you here. It'd be nice if we got an update on Pinhead's perks and situation. I agree. Have they actually changed the names of the perks yet for Pinhead? Because I was waiting for that. I was waiting for them to adjust those, and they're gonna have. Oh, it's such a loss. We're gonna lose perk names like Hex Plaything, and Deadlock, and oh, it's such a shame. I will be doing more on the Sleep channel, Geodude. I've just been very busy, but again, I should also have some better internet sorted out soon, and that's going to make uploading the very long videos much easier. So yes is the answer to that. There will be more soon. Just super busy. Exactly, I like Deadlock and Plaything as well. But they're presumably going to change them, much like they did with Stranger Things. They changed, like, you know, Surge to Jolt, and, you know, all the other ones, things like that. Inner Strength to Inner Healing. And I have a feeling Pinhead's not coming back now. I think Pinhead's fully gone. It's not going to be a Stranger Things case when with Pinhead coming back. When's the Mintskull collab? Maybe someday. Possibly someday. It's something we've discussed before, so who knows, maybe. What's a niche collaboration you'd want? I'm not really sure, honestly. I don't know, I'm not sure. There's lots of collaborations I want, but they're not exactly niche, I would say. Like, I really want The Walking Dead in the game. I think more like video game things, like Fallout would be fun. Star Wars I'd really like. I think that'd be so cool to put Star Wars in. Just play as Darth Vader. They should add me to DbD. Says Mighty Sebastian. Elden Ring. Elden Ring is another one I think would be really cool. Just gonna open the chat on my phone as well. Makes it all easier to read a few at a time. At Dead of Night, I did play a little bit of that. I don't think I finished it though. Okay, so just checking, the sound is good on the stream, right, in terms of the video, just to make sure for when it starts, because it's going to be starting soon. Oh, is it starting?
Something's wrong. Like, very.
This is casting of Frank Stone right now, by the way. This isn't a Five Nights at Freddy's related.
Frank Stone will be reborn.
Until Dawn collab. They did just release an Until Dawn movie, so who knows? Although I would prefer if they did that, they did the game and not the movie. To be fair, the movie was fine, but it was nothing. It wasn't that amazing. Do you think we'll get a new game mode? That is one thing I do think they will announce. Yeah, they probably will. announce a new game mode. I kind of sound like Dead Plays, do I? Okay. Frank Stone chapter is another thing that I think is pretty hyped, and that's something I think would go down pretty well as well. Sound could be higher? Okay. Let me just whack it up on the... I'll turn it up a little bit. Again, just as we go, I can always adjust it. Scooby-Doo collab is another one that would be really cool. You kind of sound like Adamovs. That's so weird. I don't know that guy. Isaac Clarke. Is that the... I've not played it. I think that's the Dead Space guy, right? And The Thing... Recently watched The Thing. It was pretty good. Is Oni cool again? Oni's always been cool. A third... Yeah, that's the game mode. I have seen that speculation about a third-person killer mode. That would be really cool. Aside for Chucky, I guess, but presumably Chucky's not going to be in the mode. It would be base game characters. If it's like first-person survivors, third-person killers, the killers are going to be just really overpowered. But yeah, I think it would be very fun. You sound like Asimovs? That's crazy. Will you do open lobbies on the FNAF PTB later this month? I don't think I'm going to be able to, just because I'm not going to have my... because I'm moving at the end of the month. I'm not going to have my internet set up by then. But possibly when the chapter's live, we could do open lobbies for 5 Nights at Freddy's. That could be fun. Third person nurse. Ooh, yeah, that's true. That's going to be interesting. Are you going to harm the crew? No, that's Hux's job. Oh, thank you, New York Samurai. First person Chucky is just my little Oni gameplay. That's very true. I mean, it's true, maybe for that mode, with all the other killers going third person, they're gonna make Chucky first person. That'd be really interesting. Who's your all-time favorite killer based off everything into account? Honestly, probably unknown. Maybe that's a bit of a... I don't know. I think it's probably unknown. We're about to start now. There's, if you can't see the counter, but there's 50,000 people watching on YouTube. There's probably more watching on Twitch. I'm watching on the YouTube stream right now just because I have premium and we won't get any ads, luckily. Do you think they'll do a DbD 2 on year 13? Not impossible. Here we go. It's about to start. Oh my goodness. Little drum roll. Can't really do a drum roll and write, can you? I don't want to bang the desk either, really. Alright, it's not starting. He wants to make a bet. There's another countdown that's going to pop up on the screen in a second. How'd you get the stream gifts? That's probably just Twitch. That's like Twitch drops and Twitch rewards. Favorite menu theme? I really love the Resident Evil themes, and it is because I'm a bit of a Resident Evil enjoyer, but I always like those themes a lot. It does seem like they're not starting just yet, so we're gonna be a bit delayed again, I think. There's Twitch. I'm not sure if the Twitch drops are still going. There were some around the release of Kaneki, but I'm not sure if they're still available. I think they stopped at like the end of May, or the end of April, sorry. Oh wait, no, this is just the trailer we saw already. Of all like the creators reacting to certain things. Maybe I need to do this. I need to react and be like, whoa. You know, try and get the next compilation. What if we get FNAF jump scared? Yeah, I've got a major delay, do I? I shouldn't do. What license do I want? I'd like another Resident Evil chapter. Either RE7 or RE8. FNAF and DbD before GTA 6. Oh, there they are! They're on stage. I believe that's Eric Pope on the left, Matthew Cote on the right.
Folks, we got a show for you. There's still...
I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
Turn up the volume? Okay.
Come on in. There's still room. Pyramid Head.
Let me know if it's good.
Oh, wow.
Hi.
So in the biz, they call that a hype trailer. Seems that it worked.
A hype trailer.
I felt pretty hype coming out of that. Thank you, everybody.
That is a pretty good
for
job, guy.
joining us today for Dead by Daylight's
Is the sound
9th
better now?
anniversary
Good?
live
Okay,
stream
cool.
spectacular from PAX East
A little
in
more? Okay.
Boston, Massachusetts.
I'll whack it up a little more.
This is one of my favorite events every year,
Oh.
but I haven't been here for a good decade. What's happening? I don't. Oh, is the unknown? Is the unknown here?
Oh, I think someone's got some unknown cosplay.
It's a great event. I used to live in Boston, Massachusetts.
A bit louder,
for some
better.
reasons out of our control, we haven't.
I can
for a
turn up
number of
a
years.
little bit more.
There was
Tiny
a
bit
global
more.
thing that happened.
But yeah, PAX has always been very special.
All right,
for
there we
us.
go.
It's
Can always adjust as we go as well.
Place to be. It's just awesome to be with our people here. But it's where it all began for us, right?
It is.
9 years ago, we had the
My
smallest.
favorite
little
anime.
booth
I've only
in the
watched Tokyo
corner
Ghoul,
there,
so I guess
and
Tokyo
then
Ghoul.
We showed our little game to people. We didn't have much back then. We were a team of 30 people. We had a dream. We had.
It is crazy we're
stars
in
our
year 9
eyes.
now.
Look
Okay.
at that! Wowzers!
Oh, young
Oh,
Matthew
Jiminy
Cote.
Jilliker. But we had this little gem of a game, this strange asymmetrical multiplayer game where 4 people are trying to escape a nightmare while someone is trying to murder them all. And somehow it resonated. People understood what we were bringing, and it worked.
It worked indeed.
It
and
did
you know what?
work
We dove
very
right
well.
into it. If no one knows, you should be ashamed. But
Exceedingly
this man
well.
right here,
9
his name
years
is Matt
on.
Cote, our head of partnerships on Dead by Daylight. And my name's Eric Pope. I'm the community director on Dead by Daylight, and I'm very happy you're here. So as Matt was saying, PAX specifically is very important to DbD. And Matt, I don't know if you know this, we've gone back to the archives, not those archives, our archives.
They haven't gone back to the
Go back to
archives. They
our
removed the law
archives
just recently.
And we found
There's
a
no
little
new law
clip
for
of
this
Matt
toad.
from the very first one. So why don't we roll that?
How many killers, how many survivors are you hoping to add? A lot more, or?
Oh wow,
Yes,
2016.
Many more. The idea has always been when you start the game, you don't know who you're up against, you don't know what powers are going to be facing you, you don't know which map you're going to be in, and
What is that in the
other
back there? I'm trying to see what
survivors,
this
you don't know
is.
what abilities and perks and whatnot they're going to bring. Wow. That's
It
crazy.
has to be Springtrap. I think it will be
Wow.
Springtrap.
Not sure what.
I can't really
was
see
up with my
another
eyebrows,
thing
but-
Let's
having
have a hand for
um,
Matt's eyebrows. 2016
a
eyebrows
better
are very
chance of a
bushy. I love it.
Springtrap.
So I like to think the team delivered on what you said, and now we are in a place where we have 38 killers. 38 survivors, 45. Jesus, I have it backward. 38 killers, 45 survivors.
There's actually 39
and,
killers.
a billion perks.
About a billion perks.
I think 45 survivors
So
is
many
right there.
really, really
But they have
awesome
39
people
killers at the
to join
moment.
us over the years.
Yeah, so I think you have always said it's kind of a love letter to the 70s and 80s horror movies that we all love. What really kicked it off on the partners licensing side was Mr. Michael Myers, right?
Yes, all the way. There are a few here, I believe. Halloween was the very first time we brought in some Legends of Horror. Many more followed.
Springtrap
after
makes
that.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so
Leatherface,
too.
Chucky, Alien,
Ghostface, Stranger Things,
Ash from Evil Dead.
and on
Ash.
and on.
Yes.
Underappreciated.
And on it rolls.
Yeah, one of the big milestones.
He did
for
get a
us
tome,
was
I guess.
Probably like Silent Hill.
Whoa.
Silent Hill was the very first time we had a video game chapter, and for us, it meant quite a lot because Silent Hill and Resident Evil.
The
were
wiki.
simple
Okay, what
games that
interesting about the wiki?
Inspired.
There's there's two wikis at the moment. One's like the real up-to-date wiki, and the other one's been left behind. You want to find Wiki GG is the one you want to go to. That one's up to date.
Would enjoy was so validating and humbling, honestly.
We should do more with them, I agree.
Yes.
They should do
I'm
more.
just saying,
Silent
that's
Hill.
my opinion. Just a guy's opinion. I just realized, by the way, I want to apologize.
There
to
may
this half of the
possibly
room,
be
'cause
a
I'm just
Pyramid
looking
Head
over
skin.
here at Matt.
Okay, I'm
Released
looking
today.
at them.
Hi. Yeah, you get Matt's face, which is better in the end anyway. Or you can look at me up there. Sorry. So yeah, iconic licenses, Matthew. It's a nice segue actually to our show today. We've may add another or some.
I think there's a good chance Scott appears. Yeah.
Well, then let's, without further
Scott
ado,
Jin.
dive
gonna
into the
talk
run of
about today?
show to tell you what we're actually going to talk about instead of Matt and I just rambling. So if you want to put that up on the screen, we're going to kick things off
Oh.
whenever you want with Jose
Okay.
and Justin to talk about.
Okay, so
the
first off,
upcoming
we're seeing
content
roadmap, quality of
as
life,
well as quality of life updates.
then FNAF, upcoming collections, which is like cosmetics, presumably, and then choose your own chapter. What does that mean? What does choose your own chapter mean? That's good.
After that, Dave
What does that
and
mean?
I will back to give you more details.
Do we, like, pick
on
the topic of the
next
chapter or something?
Which is, of course, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
What?
They said it could never happen.
I am interested to see the roadmap as well,
Do it.
because we'll probably see the upcoming chapters and stuff too.
Doing it live.
Choose your own chapter is really interesting though. Like, what does that
After
mean?
That, we've got fan favorite Rosalie to
Story?
introduce
Does
you
it say
to some
story
amazing
mode?
upcoming collections that are coming to the game.
I think it's going to be a very
And then
interesting
my
stream.
favorite, Dave. No shame on you.
No, that's not.
Dave is coming back after that, and he's going to tell you about another one of our original chapters that we're going to do that has a major twist.
It's a little
72,000 watching at the
moment.
moment. That's wild.
But just pretend it.
Not my stream, obviously, the main stream.
So I think that's enough. We can get things rolling now. Thank you,
I should
Matt.
just leave.
What?
I'm just going to leave now.
Well, but he's going to come back. Don't worry.
Something
Matt-
like the
Matt's not
yeah, maybe
done
a
with
bit like the
show
Minecraft
by
mob
launch. Thank
votes.
you,
Maybe we're
Matt.
going to get to
Have
pick
fun.
between different chapters, subjects, or something. That
And
could
now
for
we'll
the
welcome
choose your own
Justin Brown
chapter.
and Jose Ramos. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Okay, so
Hello, everyone.
into the roadmap first of all.
Jose is our executive producer on Dead by Daylight. He's a vice president as well, for people who care about that sort of thing. Justin is our senior director of product management.
A survey for
And
what
if you
people
don't know
want
that
for next
means,
chapters.
he cares a ton about the
I
game.
think so. Maybe we're gonna pick live
Many
though,
people that
like
my
just
team
it's
talks
gonna
to in the
like
community
appear on stream or
help make
something.
changes happen in the game, and so that's why they're here, because yes, we have the content roadmap that we're going to talk about, which is cool.
Okay, so
and
there is a
but
full
also,
roadmap. That's good.
More importantly to me, quality of life. The quality of life initiative couldn't have happened without these guys.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
It is one way
Cheer
to
for
do
that
my
one.
very first live stream, so that's pretty amazing. Thank you, thank you. I think I will tell my kids that there were 12,000 people, or something like that. So yeah, as you said, I think we want to give you a sneak peek of our content roadmap leading us to the 10th year anniversary, which is crazy just to say it. We will also give you an update on our quality of life efforts, as you mentioned, something incredibly
That's
important
good.
for us.
It's always good to hear more about the quality of life
and we'll
stuff.
make sure to give
They
you all
have
the
started off well with that.
Yes, of course. And
But it is
before
gonna be
we dive
interesting
in,
to
I
see
just
where
wanna
it
give a
goes.
Quick shout out, a thank you to the incredible Dead by Daylight team back home. It is because of their hard work and passion that we're able to deliver this content and this quality, year after year.
Shout out to the DbD team. Watching.
We are
While
doing
they
a pretty
work,
good job
I
so
hope.
far.
So, sorry, that's loud. I told everyone they can go do quiet mic. I'm very loud. Why don't we talk about some of the highlights of the past year, Jose, real quickly?
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of highlights, of course. I think the main focus was to bring things that you.
You're hoping the
like
next
for
chapter
many,
is licensed
many,
after
many years.
FNAF.
I think the main one is.
I think there's a good chance it will be. I think, you know, that this could be a really big year for them, so they're going to capitalize a lot of it, off of it, I think. So
That also you waited for a very
there
long
could be
time,
quite a few
and that
licenses
now you
this
can
year as
have
well.
From a content
A
standpoint,
bit
I
louder?
think between
Okay.
Vecna, Dracula,
Can turn it up a
with
bit.
Dog, but also the very most recent chapter that we released.
Just let me know if that's
with
good.
Tokyo Ghoul was one of the most popular chapter ever, really, that we have had, and it was quite amazing for us.
And I think you're a big anime fan, so you probably felt.
I'm not too surprised about,
And,
honestly.
honestly,
Kaneki
not
has
only that,
appeared
but the way
so
we
much
managed to
in
bring
games.
anime into the outside
So
of
the fact that he's
community
one of the
with
most
team
popular
made
ones
really an
doesn't
amazing job.
surprise me too
That's
much.
Really, really cool.
Shout out to our anime fans.
Many of them.
Our anime fans in Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you for indulging me.
But also,
Isn't there a bigger team now? The Behavior, I think, is a studio of about 600, if I'm not wrong. And that's like their core studio in Canada.
With them, and that's really what we want to do a bit more. You know, spending time with our community, going to events like this.
I don't stream
and
often.
more time with Scotland,
But I am at the moment, because this is a big day. Big day for the future of DbD too.
And again, we will be there in more events to come.
Yeah, and to not confuse you, actually, we did release another chapter after Tokyo Ghoul just this week with the unshakable EMP
Thank you, Just
Gorilla
Waifu.
Rose, which is very cool.
The choose your own
And I imagine
chapter
most of you have seen it
looking
already.
very
We're still
interesting.
going to take just a minute to watch her amazing trailer. So
Let's
This is the Arella Rose trailer.
You're gonna be alright.
It is nice for her that they actually did teasers this time too. That was really nice. Big day for sure, definitely.
This cannot possibly be real.
Oh, thank you, Gobbler. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Choose your... Yeah, it has my attention too. I'm really interested to see what that is. I do think it is going to be a vote of some kind. They're going to give us some options, and we're going to have to vote on which chapter we want. And it's going to be like a topic for a chapter or something like that.
We got to do a lot of fun teasers for Arella, so it was really cool to see people kind of fall in love with her before they even
Teasers
knew who
were
she
great.
was.
I really hope in the future they do more teasers.
People like teasers. We've heard that, so we're going to try to keep doing more teasers.
Okay, good. They've heard it.
Thank you. And one last
This
thing
could
about
be
Arella,
the biggest
actually, I
day
think
for
you see it on the
DbD
screen
ever,
right
quite
now.
possibly,
Very,
yeah.
very, very happy we're able to do this. We're running a charity initiative right now.
What's my blood type? You know what? I actually don't know.
With the St. Justine
But I
Foundation
probably
of
wouldn't say it,
Montreal. They help
even if
sick
I did.
kids. So it's running
Hey,
already
Dio.
in game.
Nice
it's
to
going
see you.
until the 27th of May. All you have to do, if you haven't already, is purchase one or both of those beautiful outfits. In
If
the
they had
game.
Slender Man after Five Nights at
Dork
Freddy's,
Souls,
my
Dork
bucket list is
Souls,
complete.
and
It's not impossible, I think. I do think it's on
100%
the
of those proceeds
side
are
of
going
lower
to that
possibility,
amazing
but
foundation.
I don't think it's
Support to
impossible.
us. It's a local one in Montreal. Thank you. We actually have a twist coming up in that campaign too. Stay tuned. Arella marks the last release of the Year 9 calendar. So
Oh,
we're gonna
true,
dive
yeah.
in now to the Year 10 calendar, Justin.
that's right. And this is
The Year
time
10
when I
calendar,
turn
here we
my
go.
great tongue and I'll give you guys
Year
a
10, by the way.
story.
Double
I will
digits.
say we have
Oh.
5 chapters.
Oh, wow.
3 will be licensed, 2 will be original.
Okay, so this is Five Nights at
Of course,
Freddy's.
The next chapter, you guys already
Um,
know, it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
2 new survivors licensed? I think that's gotta be...
It's a killer and a map, but Dave and Matt are going to be up to
That's
talk
gotta be,
way more about that
Walking Dead, I
than
think.
us. We're going to follow that up with another licensed
Surely.
chapter that will feature 2 iconic survivors. I won't
2
reveal who they are
survivors.
today, but you guys are
Licensed
gonna learn
survivors.
for sure. And then finally, we're going to end the
What?
summer with an original chapter, the first one of the year. It's going to be
And then
on
another
the
license in November?
Asian
What?
specifically. It is going to
And
be
then an
one
original
of the
chapter.
most gruesome chapters we've
What?
ever released, so we cannot wait.
This is going to be a crazy year. I think, yeah, I do think Walking Dead. I think Michonne and Rick or something like that.
We will close out the year with
If there's a
one
Rift
big
too.
licensed chapter with not one but two.
There's no other
survivors.
license, like big license I
And
can
the
think
last
of,
one is actually
where it would
very
just be
good. It's a very
survivors.
special
Walking Dead
chapter.
makes a lot
You
of
see
sense.
There is no killer in there, and that's because there will be a survivor, but also a new realm that we know you are going to love. I wish I could
What?
spoil more. It's not yet there, but we will talk about it.
We've also
in
got
the
4
future.
events,
And there will also be
2v8.
a twist on an existing killer. So the point also of this is because killer requires so much effort, we again want to give enough space and room to the team to be able to work on those quality of life elements. That's very important.
No
for us
FNAF
as
survival.
killer.
Oh, true, yeah. It's just a killer chapter, Five Nights at Freddy's.
What a wonderful segue, Jose.
Yep, there's
so
no
for some of you,
survivor
of course, the
for
content
FNAF.
is what drives you and excites you, the new content that comes to DbD. But I also think for a lot of you, and myself included, who, you know,
Yeah, no survivor, I
every
guess.
day, the quality of the game, the quality of health of the game is just as important as the new stuff. So
A FNAF
that's what
Rift?
we're going to talk about now.
It
Like I said earlier,
possibly.
I'm really
I
psyched
think
that this
it's
is
probably
being
about the
prioritized.
survivors,
As I
though.
just mentioned, we've even taken the decision here and there to adjust the schedule of the year's releases based around.
So the FNAF chapter only appeared as
So,
a
Jose, why
map
don't you take
and a
it away?
killer.
Yeah. So again, success of DbD is about the community. And so this year what we really want is to get all that feedback, to have more conversation than ever, to apply that feedback and to improve the overall experience of DbD. We think, and we're going to show with some details, that we have made great progress, but that doesn't mean that we are not going to meet some
Thank you,
hiccups. The last release that we just
glad
had,
you liked them.
we know has brought bugs on some of the killers. And that's something that we want to react very quick.
It could be a
on.
FNAF
There's a lot
Rift as
more
well,
to
yeah.
come That again, we are going to give a lot of details on.
Yeah, and just to mention,
Dead meat survivors, that's possible too.
Rocky, we are holding our hot fix schedule a couple extra days so we can get.
It's
more
a possibility we actually get the
Still coming
reveal
next
for the
week,
next
hopefully
for the
to
July
fix many of
chapter
the
2,
bumps in the road that we ran
Possibly.
across with this week's release.
because they did that last year with Castlevania.
If you've watched the live streams over the last couple of years, this is the moment when I would usually tell you about the 4 pillars we based our roadmap on. But this year, we're doing things differently. It's all around one central North Star, which is to make sure that Dead by Daylight is respecting our players' time. And so all of our focus is
That's
really
good.
about delivering on that promise to you guys as the players.
Yes, and actually, I want to mention.
Oh, I
we've already
think
started rolling out the
operator. I think we're
license. The
absolutely
first
getting a
feature,
map. It said
the
killer and
feature
map
was
for
the
Five Nights at
abandoned feature,
Freddy's.
which went out last release.
If it's the June
was
chapter,
pretty
which
well received.
I don't see
We
why
got
it
also
wouldn't be
a
the
lot of
June
great
chapter.
Feedback on how we can tweak it to be even better. So it's been a cool way to kick off the initiative with a big feature that helps to address some issues.
Of course, and the most recent release, I mean, despite some of the issues that you know are already there, we did fix some critical issues. The skill check release window, which had been sort of a plague for a long time.
I mean, there's no
resolved.
obvious
The
survivor for
unexpected
Five Nights at
exploits
Freddy's, is there?
resolved.
If I'm not wrong.
We also finally added perk previews, which we had tested a long time ago. Not to be confused with seeing your survivor teammates perks, which is something we'll do later in the year as well. And then the sort of controversial quest system, we do plan on monitoring that. The intention is never.
I think
to make
FNAF
it
was included on there, yeah.
It should be the opposite, if anything. So we're going to look at the numbers. We're going to see if there's tweaks we have to make on the quest system. But we're really happy that you can finally make progress on more than one quest in a match, in addition to removing that awkward pain point you've probably all experienced where you load into a match and then say, oh no, I already completed my
Yeah,
last
Michael
quest.
or
Now I can't
Vanessa,
make any progress
Edwin.
on any quest in this
There
match."
is no one?
So that's finally removed and resolved.
Michael Afton, Edwin.
Cool. So we've got an asset we can put up on the screen to help us for the next section.
Yes.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh,
So
nice.
A bunch of stuff in that screen. I'm not going to go through it all, but a few ones that I really want to highlight is everything
Oh,
you see in
bulk
blue.
BP
So in green is what
is
we're
the one I
producing.
want the
Blue is
most.
what is going to actually be released just in June. So very
And
very
custom
soon
game
around the corner.
improvement too.
And a few ones that I wanted to highlight. One is, for example, the gamma setting. We know that it can be tough when it comes to the
Who
darkness
allowed me to
levels
have such a
and
calming
being able,
voice?
especially for console players, to be able to deal with those gamma settings is again going to go a long way. The gun X prevention is quite important, encouraging survivors.
Two
to not,
survivors.
give
Imagine
up
if we
at
get
first
Lee
round.
and
It's
Clementine
really
from
something that we
Telltale's
want to
Walking
fix and
Dead.
improve. And one last one
I
sorry,
mean,
that I wanted to discuss.
I'd
a bit
like
more in
that.
detail
I don't
is
think
the
that's going to
blood
happen.
points
I'm
ban.
pretty sure Telltale
I
shut
was
down,
watching
didn't they?
the stream of, the
If I'm not
stream of
wrong.
one of my favorite content creators just a few days ago with the release of Aurela. She was super excited, saved millions and dozens of millions of blood points. And it takes a while. It takes a long time to spend those blood points. So being able to spend them in a matter of few seconds is, I think, again, a small step for DbD, massive leap for DbD players for sure.
And this is how we find out I'm not your favorite content creator? Wow.
Sorry.
Wow. No, that's great. I've had a few people come to the booth here at PAX just talking about the bulk blood point spending too. So glad that that's almost
The Last of Us?
Almost there.
That's not
Oh, yeah,
impossible.
no, actually, there is another one,
If they
which
did
is
like
custom
Ellie and
game
Joel,
development. So this one is actually
maybe.
for me a cool story.
Possibly.
We had
custom match, yeah.
custom
It's just-
matches.
Can you move the mic? You move the mic when you talk. I want to make sure everyone hears Jose. Custom match improvements.
Custom
Go
match
next
improvements,
prevention is
yes.
another
We had a
quality of
really
life thing that
conversation
can't come any
with
sooner,
tournament
honestly.
organizers, with some content
People are
creators
still doing
in
that a
order
lot.
to understand what they really wanted. And the list was really good. But then we asked, but what is the top priority that we have? Because we want to make sure that we will be quick to deliver on this. And we have identified those.
Telltale
They wanted
didn't
to
shut
go
down,
from
okay.
1 spectator slot to 5 spectator slots. They wanted to have hotkeys to be able to shift pretty easily from one player to another. And we are going to bring those things right into this June release as well. So happy to go fast on this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, and of course, that's not where we're going to end with custom match. That's just what we're delivering in June. In the future, throughout the year, we're going to add more customization options to custom match, including the ability to start selecting limited time event modes in custom match specifically, which will be very cool.
Stranger
What about
Things?
2v8?
I'm not
Can
sure
that be in
Stranger
custom
Things
match
is
too?
coming back,
Yes,
honestly.
it will include
I would
2v8.
like that
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Oh, custom game 2v8. That's big.
Dave liked that one. Or maybe that was Matt. So we built this list. My team got.
I think it's a
really
Walking
involved
Dead
in this
chapter.
list based
I really
on
do.
your feedback that we've seen out in the community over years. Some of these.
Rick
things.
and Morty.
And we're going to continue doing that. So continue giving us your feedback, even as they release, like the abandoned feature. We know you don't get it one and done. We want to iterate and make them as good as they can be. So keep that up. It's not just lip service. Your feedback is super, super important. So thank you for that.
That's good to know.
And now, phase two. We've already talked about stuff that people generally knew about. Now we can get into the second half of our quality of life initiative.
Bulk
Of course,
BP
so phase 2 is
spending.
meant to take us through to the end of the year and even beyond.
Oh wait, this is the second part.
And we are going to deliver a little bit more than we had even previously communicated on. So I guess I'll give it to Jose to tell us a bit more.
Yes. So the first thing that you can see on the screen, all the measures that we want to
Custom
take
game
in order to improve
improvements.
camping,
Prestige,
tunneling.
prestige rewards
We'd
and
like to
custom
give you
game
more
improvements are
details
probably the
in
two
coming weeks
I'm
and
looking forward to the
we want
most
to do
off of that
right.
list.
It's something that we want to carefully craft, and we want to also discuss more with our community and our content creators to make sure.
Oh, and
again, we
2v8
right.
play while you wait.
There is
I
things
wonder
like
what
the
that is.
keyboard and mouse support that we are going to bring actually in the summer, along with balance changes for map and keys that you are going to give us more detail.
Right. So map and keys, for the longest time, we've had 5 survivor items, of which only 2, maybe 3 have felt relevant. There's been these 2 sort of semi-relevant map and key items for a long time. We wanted to give
Map and
survivors
keys have
a
needed
bit
love for a
of
very long time.
killers.
At the moment, they don't really do
Survivors.
anything. At least
We're gonna
there's
change that.
there's
Map
not as
are
much
going to
usage
change
for them as there is for
consumable
toolboxes,
version
med
of
kits,
opportunity, if you can imagine that, which is very cool.
and obviously
keys are gonna
flashlights have
focus
their
on
own sort
revealing
of
the killer's
special
aura.
place, I
They
think,
will
in the
still
game.
open the hatch, and there's also going to be some new gameplay related to the chests that the keys take.
Ooh.
If you call a Walking Dead chapter
This
and we
next
see a
one's
Walking Dead
also
teaser,
gonna
I'll
be
drop
a-
a sub. I think it's going to be Walking Dead,
So,
the double
in
survivor
addition to
chapter.
fixes,
I can't think of
one
any
thing
other
we're so
licensed
excited to
chapter that would
tackle
work as
first,
that, so
probably
I think
the
that's
biggest,
Walking
is an
Dead.
MMR revamp. We've been hearing you guys complain about it for a long time. We really want to focus on making sure that MMR takes into account the actions you take in a game and how you play, as
that's
opposed
good.
to the current black and white.
So they're
survival.
revamping MMR.
So that's going to be a really big change coming to MMR. We've heard it. We're excited to deliver that. We're going to
MMR revamp, people. If you don't know what that means, it's matchmaking ranking, and it'll help with matchmaking when we fix that.
Yeah. For the first
sure that
time
is gonna help a
ever
lot.
in an update, we're going to introduce a new survivor item this summer, which will be very cool, right into core. It'll be exciting. Of course, we're bolstering our anti-cheat measures because that's always a problem. We're going to start
Yeah,
showing
that's good,
you
right?
queue time, estimated queue time, which we don't do right now, which will be great this summer.
Poppy's Playtime. I have heard of that. I'm not too sure what it's
as
about
much as we
though.
all love 2v8, we all know that there's one very
We
very,
do
very
need a
big
hat for
problem with
Victor.
2v8, and
That's
that's
true.
how long you have to wait as a killer to get into a match, 12, 13, 14 minutes sometimes. Not on the next iteration, but the one coming in the summer, we're going to introduce a play while you queue feature. So you can queue up as killer.
Ooh,
While you're queued up as
okay.
killer, you can play matches as survivor in 2v8. While you wait, it'll hold your spot in line. You come back to the lobby, and you're ready to queue up as your killer. So
Oh, wow,
you don't have to
okay.
sit there and look at the lobby screen for 12, 13, 14 minutes anymore.
That means you should be able
Just
to
a note on that,
play
that's coming very soon.
survivor game, killer game, survivor game. You should be able to basically just alternate between the two sides, and you'll get into a queue very
It's
quickly
coming
every
very
time.
soon, but not in the next iteration of 2v8, which is even ultra soon.
They should also do that
next-
for just
next
the regular game as
Just
well.
so your expectations
That'd be
are
great,
set.
I think.
Okay, one last thing. We do need to wrap it. I got the wrap it up signal about 5 times now. If you're a content creator in the audience, we also have some
Hello.
quality of life for you. We are overhauling the Dead by Daylight creator program completely.
Hey. I am interested to see what
And
they
that's
mean by
going to
this.
include what's called a support a creator system, which maybe you know from other video games. It allows you to
Oh.
support your favorite creator. The idea
Use
is
code
that
ASI in
this
the
will be,
DbD
a
store.
wide way for pretty
that
much
what I'm
any
gonna have to
deserving
say?
creator to be able to work with us, get stuff from us, and get rewarded. So stay tuned. We're going to talk a lot more about that in our next broadcast later this month or next month. And I do
okay.
need to wrap up now, guys. So
Sounds
thank you
good.
so much for joining us.
Thank
wanna
you.
say?
Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you.
That was good. That's interesting to see. The roadmap
think-
is super
Oh, you
interesting
okay?
as well.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
think some people here want to hear about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, we're on to Five Nights at Freddy's now. Ooh.
So we are going to let that happen.
It's gonna be exciting.
And bring out Dave and Matt to tell you all about it.
Oh, we're
Thank
just
you,
going straight into
everybody.
it. Five Nights at Freddy's time. Ooh. Let's see what happens. I think they're going to play a trailer. We're going to know who it is, I think. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Hello, PAX!
And here they are.
Isn't it awesome to be back here?
It's amazing to be back here. It's nice to see you, even though I don't see
Here
you
it
very
comes.
well. It's nice to see you in person. Also, hi to everybody
Hyperventilating.
watching
Oh, no.
us online. And shout out to all the cosplayer. I've seen some of them. They're amazing. Especially Mr. Unknown somewhere there. Amazing. But I don't see anything, so, right?
After.
All right. So, of course, being here is pretty special, and we're here. It's perfect that we're here to announce and to reveal a little bit more of our top requested, of all time of the history of Dead by
It
Daylight.
definitely is. It's very, very heavily
Yeah,
requested.
So Five Nights at Freddy is our next chapter, as we've said. It is. One
What
of
are those
those
I think
crazy
it's-
games. It's such an amazing.
I think he
story.
started
They
wearing them
released about
after
10 years ago,
Tokyo
just like
Ghoul,
we
if I'm not
did.
wrong.
It was one of the first little indie horror games. Today it is a gigantic behemoth of a game and universe, actually. And we are thrilled to have Five Nights at Freddy's universe finally come into the fog.
Yeah, they look cool, right? I like
So,
the
of course,
glasses too.
The team has had a blast creating this chapter. It's such an amazing universe to explore. And I just wanted to say really quickly that, we do survey. We survey our community to know what you want out of licenses and content.
It was probably
We
voted
listen
for a
to
lot.
it. And Five Nights at Freddy's has been the top of the list for the longest time. So
Really?
finally, it's
I mean, I didn't actually. Well, that's
What
not
are
too
we doing
surprising.
with Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start and reveal our new killer. Let's.
Oh,
let's
they
show
can
that
just,
bad boy.
they're gonna just reveal the killer. Oh, what? Oh, it's Springtrap, I think, right? Yep. Whoa. Oh. So it's Springtrap. Oh, there it is. Hey. That looks awesome. That's gonna be crazy.
You like that?
Okay. Well, thank you for that. So
Springtrap.
I guess we made the right choice.
There it
was,
is.
It was obvious to us too.
That's what everyone was waiting for, right?
Springtrap is the ultimate villain of the series, and for the first time ever, you'll be able to be in the suit. That's amazing. You'll be the killer. You'll be Springtrap.
Oh, that's really cool.
He will be known as the animatronic in our game.
Absolutely, yes.
The animatronic. I think that's a good
animatronic.
name as
Today
well.
we won't go into the power or the perks.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not revealing a lot, but we'll show some
Probably a
screenshots
PTB
later,
thing.
and if you watch closely, you might see something very interesting. We're adding on top of the killer a very interesting survivor and killer mechanic that's quite unique to this chapter.
Oh,
that will
okay.
appear every time you play as Springtrap, or that you face Springtrap. So you might get a clue about this. So obviously, we will reveal more of that in a couple of weeks in another stream. But I want to say that the power and the perks are really authentic to the universe.
The animatronic sounds good, right?
Yes. Now, one of the other ways that we like to bring authenticity to the content that we create is with cosmetics, of course. And there are going to be a few really cool ones as we release this. But there's one.
Okay, so they're
we
probably adding
absolutely need
skins
to
on
talk
top
about
of
today.
Springtrap.
A legendary outfit for Springtrap that we will have
Oh.
will be taken directly from the movie, and we're going to show a little thing.
Oh, that's cool. Whoa! Whoa! That's very cool. I've actually watched the movie too, so I know that one. Wow,
So, of course,
that looks amazing.
you may have noticed on screen there, this is the Yellow Rabbit from the movie as portrayed by the absolutely talented Matthew Lillard. So we...
Wow, that's really awesome.
Fine, get it out. Not only are we going to have his pretty face in the game, but he was nice enough to record all the voiceover for the character.
Oh, I did the lines too? Wow. That's amazing.
That's exactly what I said when I heard that.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. I do the stupidest thing ever. The way I get into this thing is I do like an 8 thing. So hold on a sec. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ready or not, here I come.
Ooh.
Fun.
Thank you for the
He is
donation,
such a cool
Dan.
guy.
Yeah, Springtrap just got revealed, so
So
that was
as
pretty
you've
big.
seen, there is no survivor in this chapter, but but there is a map. Yeah, thank you. We couldn't do this without, of course, the iconic location of Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
You have things?
Oh, that looks so cool. That's going to be a cool map. It looks like it's indoor and outdoor too.
So we took inspiration from the first game, so you know, most of it. So instead of looking at it through camera,
Mixed
you
crowd
actually get to
reaction
walk
there.
in it. And
Whoa.
it's filled with Easter eggs, surprises.
Oh, that looks really cool.
And of course,
Whoa.
jump scares.
That looks amazing. That looks so detailed as well. Wow.
There's also one fantastic. Oh well, I'll let you react to this a little bit more, I think.
Oh,
It is cool. It's an awesome map. The team did
that looks
great.
amazing.
Can't wait for you.
You
to
think
play
it does look like Withered Isle, doesn't it?
There's
The
also
outside.
something very, very cool, a quality of life feature that we're adding.
No,
with,
no
with this
survivor.
chapter. We will have a separate queue where you'll be able to go exclusively in this map.
Oh, okay.
And that's something that's going to be present for every upcoming map in the future also.
Yeah, let us know if you actually like the feature, and that's what we'll do.
Oh, that is
All
cool.
right.
Because the
I mean,
New
if
Ormond map
everybody
I've
hates it,
barely
we'll take
played.
it out, but
That's really cool though. Yeah, yeah.
we try to listen, is what I'm saying.
What else?
That's a great idea though, a separate queue
Well-
for the map.
I think we're actually out of time on this one, so it's okay. There's going to be a big stream. Also, you should know, especially there might be a few people here who are big fans of Five Nights at Freddy that do not know Dead by Daylight so well yet. So go check out our socials, check our newsletter. We will be teasing quite a lot and giving a lot more information.
Is the security officer? I would assume so.
Release.
We just probably
So
can't see it in the
now,
trailer.
Dave and I will scoot. Dave will be back later, don't worry. And right now we'll leave the room to Rose and Eric to take you through some of the really cool collections coming this year.
Okay, so we're looking at cosmetics next. That was big though. So again, the pizzeria is a map,
What is
Springtrap
it
is a
we're
killer,
removing?
and no
We're
new
removing the
survivor.
Map? No. I couldn't hear back.
And we're also
So,
getting
Five Nights at
new
Freddy's,
map
huh?
only
Wow.
queues when the chapter launches.
How do we follow that?
I have no idea.
Well,
gonna be
I'll
tough.
tell you how, Rose. With upcoming collections.
See?
Thanks for joining us, Rose. Rose is, as often as we can, we get her on stream to share the cool cosmetics that are planned, and today is no exception. So why don't we dive in, because this show is running by us very quickly. So speaking of very quickly, I want to remind people or let people know maybe for the first time, about a year ago, we did a community contest where people got to submit designs for killers and survivors, among with other things.
Ooh.
And they've just started rolling out in this week's update. So I think we have a little...
Yeah, the Singularity skin, I think, just dropped, right? That was an the community
We got
artist.
Jake Lone Wolf.
Ooh, that looks
Jake
cool
Lone
too.
Wolf outfit by Fairy Kun. Little Friend
I like the
Badge
logo
by
too.
Yuki Yamato. And Singularity Death Top by It's Your Boy.
That Singularity
We have
one
heard
is
some
insane, by the
discussion
way.
about
So
the
cool.
Singularity, that it's missing something on its face. Should we add the frowny face back to that? Now we have to. I'm sorry.
Fine.
This is how community people.
That'd be
pressure
very
the
cool if
devs
they
to
actually
do
did that.
things.
Just for you, though. Just for you.
Thank you, Rose. So we'll be doing that. So stay tuned.
I think the power reveal,
and, we have a
Mito,
bunch
is
more
going to
winners that'll
be
rolling
on the
out in
PTB
riffs
probably.
throughout the year. So thanks again to everyone who submitted. We're going to be doing another one. Stay tuned. So, cosmetics. Sorry for shouting. So there's a really exciting one, Rose, that taps
Ooh.
into maybe a video game. relevant
Possibly a
audience.
Pyramid Head one, maybe?
So, as you guys might already know, we love dark fantasy at Dead by Daylight. As you can tell from our Fortune and Fog and Dungeons and Dragons chapters, now we're super thrilled to be inviting another incredible fantasy world into the world of Dead by Daylight
Ooh.
with...
Oh, what's this?
This place. There's evil.
Oh, is that The Witcher?
Death hangs in the air.
I think that's The Witcher, right? Is it a cosmetic? I think it's a cosmetic. What? The Witcher? Alright.
You guessed it, The Witcher
I reckon that's gonna be a
collection
Vittorio
coming out
skin.
on June 3rd.
June 3rd.
That's
very
really cool
soon.
though. I've not played it, but I do
Fans
know of The Witcher.
of it,
That's
I
really
am
cool.
One, you're one. I hope we got some other. It sounds like we have some other Witcher fans here. It's a cosmetic collection.
The Witcher.
6 new Witcher themed
6
outfits
new,
coming
wow.
Exactly. And of the
6
there
Witcher
are
skins.
2 legendary outfits. The first one being the Leshen outfit for the artist.
Whoa. Oh, for artist as well.
And of course,
That's amazing.
Geralt of Rivia outfit for Vittorio.
A Vittorio. Yeah, I thought it would be. Just based on the outfit itself, I was like, oh, that looks like
So
Vittorio.
one of the best parts of Geralt's outfit is that it comes with a great new batch of voice lines recorded specifically by Doug Cockle, the character's
Hey.
original
Oh, wow.
voice actor.
Oh, that's awesome.
Shout out to Doug Cockle. Any fans of him? He's actually in attendance
Whoa.
at PAX this weekend. I saw. He's down in the signing area. So go meet him after the show.
Yeah, that's really cool, right?
And that's not all. In
That's
the
not all.
collection,
Oh.
we also have very rare outfits for Yennefer,
Whoa. They got really great detail on them.
Ciri,
Whoa. Very cool.
Triss Marigold,
These are all so good, right?
and Eridan.
Whoa. Oh, that's insane. That's a really cool skin.
So stay tuned. We'll
Night,
release more
Night
info
gets
on our
Night's
social
like Dredge, the characters like
Actually, we're gonna
that.
show all those.
Always
We change
amazing
things at the
skins.
last minute a lot of times. So those look fantastic. I'm excited. Just a note about if you're wondering, if you're kind of deep into the
A little late to the announcements,
the
Martin, but the
medallion,
stream
the
is still going
medallion,
on.
The eyes light up in the Witcher. It's not gonna.
They
happen
announced
in our
stuff like
game, so
FNAF already and things
Anthony
like that.
doesn't want 'em to have kind of a-
suppresses all magical.
Yeah.
That looks amazing
So
though.
in case
I mean, I
people
don't care
want-
much about Witcher. I've not actually played it
Okay,
before, but
so-
that looks really awesome.
We also have some super cool Witcher themed rewards attached to an upcoming Chaos
Ooh.
Shuffle event coming out at the same time.
Also, we're getting a Witcher
and
Chaos
one
Shuffle,
of them
presumably.
Is this
Oh, well.
amazing?
I have heard of this
player
seed.
card. We couldn't talk about The Witcher without sharing this, so enjoy.
Oh, this is perfect for
Our
DbD
requisite
fans.
seat content has been met for the show.
They did show FNAF, Zeke, yeah.
So yes, June 3rd is right around the corner. Get
It's
psyched.
Springtrap as the killer,
But we still have some more
the
to show you.
pizzeria as the map,
Other
and there's
things.
no new survivor.
We're done with The Witcher for now, but other things. So our friend Matt, who you just saw, a tall guy, big bushy eyebrows back in the day, he did a TV show with the Boulet brothers
Put the
called
grippers away.
Dragula. And they did a Dead by Daylight themed episode.
Oh
which
yeah, the
is
Boulet
really
brothers.
cool,
They
and
announced this
why not
like
turn
ages
it
ago.
around and now
It was I think
bring
like
them into Dead by Daylight.
I don't know,
Yeah,
like
it was super
August
cool
last
and
year or
jealous of
something.
Matt.
It was a
But
while
we
ago.
also have a video to talk to us about it.
All right.
This is Dracula and Swantula, your Queens of Darkness, the Boulet brothers, and we are so excited about our crossover with Dead by Daylight. One of my favorite episodes of the show is when we did our Dead by Daylight challenge, and our cast had to come up
Whoa.
with looks worthy of becoming a new killer skin.
Oh, that looks
in Dead by
amazing.
Daylight.
The Boulet Brothers collection will feature 2 outfits. The first is the iconic outfit for the Huntress, modeled after the winning design for that episode. The second is the
Damn.
Boulet Brothers artist outfit for the artist, which is a mix.
Another artist outfit.
Keep an eye out for that.
Artist is
collection
getting a lot.
releasing July 8th.
We'll see you in the fall.
That Huntress one looks crazy though. Really, really cool.
Look at that.
Whoa! That looks amazing.
Couple of concepts here of what you just saw.
Artist is getting some good skins.
We're gonna keep it rolling because this show doesn't have a limited time. So next up is something from the extended world of Dead by Daylight.
Yep.
What can you tell us about this one?
So
Oh,
last year,
Frank Stone?
Supermassive Games released the casting of Frank Stone, which explored
Whoa.
the origins of the brand new killer. This year, Frank Stone in his transformed state will be entering the entity's trials as a cool new legendary outfit. for the
Oh,
Trapper.
cool. Oh, that's nice. Starting Frank
You
Stone
can
skin
look
to
for
Trapper.
the Frank Stone's champion outfit to be released in September.
Ooh.
And just as a note, if you
I've not played the
you know,
game
that's a screenshot
yet,
from
so
the casting of Frank Stone.
I
It's
think
not
that might be a bit of a
screenshot
spoiler.
just yet from Dead by Daylight, but that is what it's based on.
They've still not
Stay
done the
tuned
Hooked on
for
You
that
outfits, have they?
one.
For
All right, last
Wraith and Trapper.
one- Oh, actually, before I go on, in case you haven't played the casting of Frank Stone, which I think you should, it is now 80% off right now. No excuse not to buy it.
80% off.
Go play that.
I wish I waited till now because I've
Shout
not
out
played
to
it yet.
Supermassive. We love that. Okay, last one that Rose has brought for us today is
Not as a killer, yeah.
adding some new outfits.
I mean, they did just say the
to
transform
Fan's
state,
favorite collection.
so who knows? Maybe
Yep,
eventually
we're
they
adding
would
2 new
add Frank
outfits
Stone.
to the Tomb Raider collection.
Oh, Tomb Raider
Both
outfits.
of which are releasing on August 5th. The first one is Lara's classic ensemble, which is the
Oh,
iconic
lots of people are asking for that.
Oh,
That's cool that they did that. Hopefully with the
Yep,
guns.
This is the iconic look that started
just
it all
shoot
for
the
Tomb
killer.
Raider, and we're super happy to bring
That looks really
into
good.
Dead by Daylight. We'll also be adding in another outfit, but we'll be sharing more news about that in the future.
yeah.
Interesting.
Wasn't ready yet. Just
Fans will recognize it though.
That's true. Get hype. Thank you so much, Rose. I told you this would be fine. FNAF is a big deal, but these are a big deal too, right, guys?
Those are really big too, definitely.
So there's plenty of other collections that are still going to be releasing. We just don't have a million years on the show to show you all of them. So stay tuned. Check out Dead by Daylight, our social media, and you can catch them there. And now, Rose, I will bid you adieu. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
Whoa. Next up is the choose your own chapter, I think, right?
Folks, now you're going to spend a minute with me. I'm sorry.
What's that gonna be?
So we are here for Dead by Daylight's 9th anniversary, but we are also Behavior, a game studio that does other things. And we thought, why not just take just a minute to tell you about something cool that we're doing
Ooh,
outside of Dead by
okay.
Daylight. There is a desire
New
from
Behavior game?
ourselves to help out and publish other smaller horror
Ooh,
games
okay.
where we can. And our first foray into that is with an amazingly cool little game, and it's called It Has My Face.
Ooh.
Not my face, don't worry. So it is a first-person roguelite set in a dystopian city, and within the city you have to find and kill your own clone.
Oh,
If
okay.
the clone doesn't kill you first.
That sounds kind of cool.
It Has My Face started as a game jam creation by Nightbite Studios, which is 2 people. And in fact, they have recorded a little message for us today just to introduce themselves. So let's go to that.
Hello everyone, I am Salih, founder of Nightbite Games and the lead developer of It Has My Face. The game actually started
That's a
as
good
a
name
jam
for a
game
game,
around
isn't
a
it?
team of clones,
It has my face.
and the response was amazing. After the jam I kept working on it for years, and later my brother joined the project. We are a tiny team making this really unique and awesome game with lots of love, so I hope you enjoy the game as much as we do making it every day. Thank you for your support and stay tuned for more news.
This kind of reminds me of that Gmod game. I forget what it's called. But you can like disguise yourself as the people. I do actually like the art style quite a lot. It looks pretty creepy. Ooh. You don't like the graphics? I actually really like games with these kinds of graphics. I like the simplicity of it. Ooh. That's cool artwork too. I think that should be pretty cool.
All right.
Who knows, maybe we'll play that.
So you can actually head to Steam right now if you want to check out the demo of It Has My Face and wishlist it. It's going to be in early access later this year. One last thing from the extended world of behavior. Who has heard of Red Hook Studios, the creators of Darkest Dungeon? Yeah.
Oh, another game they're doing?
Well, they are also doing their anniversary stream today from PAX. It is
Oh,
later
wow.
today, in fact, the anniversary for Darkest Dungeon 2. It's at 6 p.m. right here.
You love
for
the
PAX
look.
if you
I
wanna
think that
check it
game,
out.
I do like the art style
It's
of
not
that
at
game a
PAX,
lot. It
I'm
looks very
lying,
cool.
But it's today. I'm at PAX and my brain is melted. Red Hook's second anniversary stream for Darkest Dungeon 2 is at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can check it out on Twitch at Red Hook Studios. I believe we're even going to be hosting it on our own channel, so if you're lazy, you can just stay here. And that's your Eric Pope interlude. We're going to get back to the fun action now with
All right.
Dave Richard.
I
Dave,
think we're
come out
getting into
here.
the choose your own chapter now. Or whatever it was called. Choose your own chapter. So what is this?
Hello,
What is this about? What is going on here?
Hello. All right.
What do we think
Dave,
this is going to be?
We got a clock counting us down, so we're gonna zip through this. But this is an awesome one. This one is my personal favorite thing of the entire show. And
As it should, yes.
There was nothing on the
is,
roadmap
so
about a
it's,
chapter though,
new
weirdly.
Original chapter coming.
Yep.
New killer.
So I guess it's next year,
New
like the
survivor.
start of year 10 or onward.
And that's kind of all we know.
Yeah, we don't know anything about this chapter because you have not created it yet.
Ooh.
Interesting.
So it's going to be a survivor-only
What
chapter
does
though.
that mean?
But that does sound cool.
What does that mean, Dave?
Yeah, okay. Okay, so obviously we have an amazing community. They have a lot of creativity.
We do indeed.
We've seen it in homemade killers and some pitches online. How to balance the game, everything. So we want to be able to create a chapter from scratch with all of you, building every step from pre-production to the end of the process.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so it's going to lead us up to our 10th anniversary.
Maybe it's not going to be like a mob vote then. It sounds
Awesome
like it's going to
experience
be
that we're
a lot
it's
more
gonna be a long
detailed
experience, too.
potentially.
We really want you to experience what it's like to build a whole chapter. So, Dave, I'm super excited about this. How did this idea germinate and come about?
Well, we've been thinking about it for quite
Werewolf
a
chapter.
bit. We
I
wanted
think
to
they
make sure that
said
we
it's
could do this
survivor only.
right.
But it would be
And
cool if we
we
could pick a
found the right
werewolf.
format.
I think so. So, do you want to talk about the format, or do you want to tease it a little more?
I guess. Okay. So basically, what we want to do is we will not go just, hey, let's get comments online and do something people suggest. We want to make sure that we give you the right choices.
A Doctor Who chapter would be very cool,
We
wouldn't
end
it?
up with something extraordinary that everybody will love. And so we are using a choose your own adventure format for this.
Ooh. So it's probably going to be multiple choice, I'm assuming.
It's impressed backstage.
Like at each stage
Thank you,
of
Matt.
the chapter process,
You're pretty young,
I think
might
it's
not
going to
know
be
what
like
choose your own adventure
a
is.
different
Yeah,
branching
so,
option,
I mean,
presumably.
If you don't know what it is, it's basically a series of books, and you read a story. There's a great narrative, and then you have a choice to make at every page that will bring you either to the dungeon, to open a door, and then you go to that other page of the choice you've made.
Previous anniversary that didn't have a survivor.
Or get out of the book.
Ghostface, I think, was the last
So
one.
we want to do something similar for building the character. So a strong narrative that will bring you into the creation.
This
of
sounds
this,
good.
Creature, killer,
Benedict
survivor,
Baker would be cool to see
whatever.
again, yeah, for sure.
And so every week or 2 or 3, depending on how busy Dave is, you as a community get to vote on certain choices to build from step by step. Each of
That
these
sounds really cool,
characters.
doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So I think the community is probably going to make something special with their choices and pretty wild. Do you want to kind of give an example of what they might look like, those choices?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's take a killer, for example. We would start with the eye-level fantasy of who this character is. So, for example, we might ask, would you prefer to have a killer that's grounded into reality?
Oh, it is
Would you
killer.
prefer a
Oh,
supernatural
I thought they said it was Survivor only.
otherworldly character? And so we have these eye-level fantasies.
So there is gonna be a
Then
killer as
based
well.
On the top vote, we move on to, in the story.
Okay, I'm sorry, I misheard
So
that.
we define a little
Sorry
bit more
about that.
precisely. So, for example, if the top vote is supernatural, then maybe the other choice would be: is it an undead character? Is it a
Okay.
a person that has occult?
That sounds
supernatural
cool,
powers,
right?
And so on until we'll define it, the whole fantasy, the narrative, and of course the power as well.
And so we're going to do the same for Survivor, right?
Absolutely. Of course, Survivor don't
So
have
it's gonna be
powers,
killer
they have
and
Earth
Survivor.
to define. They
That's
have a
really cool.
Rich backstory. Why do we empathize with them? So you'll get to forge this story. What relationship they have and how it defined.
This is such a great idea.
Yeah, so essentially you'll be in game, you see, oh, I got a new choice to make this week. You go and vote, and then maybe the next week or the next time we check in a couple weeks, you'll see the results of your previous vote. Okay, now we have an otherworldly killer, and then you move on from there. Is that right?
That's absolutely right. You got it. But there is a twist. So just like in the Choose Your Own Adventure books, of course, you can always peek at the different choice to cheat, to get the best thing you want for you. So in our process, we'll have twists like this. One, for example, is a change your fate mechanic. So we will always give you the padding choice of the top winning choice that you voted on and the runner-up. So you'll be able to see all of these different possibilities, and maybe we'll change path along the way. So there's a lot of question there. There's a lot of steps, and for killers right now, as we designed this, we're over 1,000 different possibility of ending.
1,000 possibilities. Wow. Okay.
Crazy flowchart Miro board he's built.
1,000 possibilities
So
for
idea
the
is to
choose
take
your own
all these folks through that whole
killer
process.
/ survivor.
Yeah. So pre-production, we start
Wow.
with fantasy teams, etc. And then when we finish,
I like it too, yeah.
We won't stop for production. We will involve you in production as well. So anytime that usually in a chapter creation, we get to decide which outfit, which weapon is going to use, we see different concept and we choose the best one, we will involve
A mummy
you into that.
mythology.
So, for example,
I would love a mythological
weapons, we would show you three different
killer and
concept of
survivor.
weapons with lore attached, your
Or just
reason
more like
why they
ancient
were,
stuff.
and you will
You know, a
vote
bit like the
what you
plague.
want in the final product.
I feel like that's a whole area to be
Big
explored
experiment that I'm psyched to
way
take you
more.
through, because you might actually learn something along the way about how flippin' complex game development is, but we want you to take the ride with us for once instead of just waiting for the result. So I think this will be cool.
We'd love to be able to have more PTBs along the way too, so that you can also play the prototypes.
Where is Maurice?
Don't usually see.
So, whoa, Matt's excited. Yeah, so the idea is, our 10th anniversary, almost a yearish from now.
Odd
It's all about
Starver as a
you, the
killer?
community, so
You think
that's a
that'll be an
really
option?
nice way to build up
Who
towards it
knows?
throughout the
Maybe.
game, yeah?
Absolutely. So it's going to take a while. It's going to be a super nice adventure. Can't wait to see what you
Okay,
can
so it's going to be a
choose
far off
to build.
thing when this
We've
actually
done
gets
some
added.
internal tests,
But we're
and
going to
every time we
get
ended up with a
updates to it over
different
time, I
concept,
think.
Which was amazingly interesting.
You'd buy an
And
Azzy Survivor
we
skin.
want to have this available for our 10th anniversary year. So
David, they announced it already.
Yeah,
It's
been super fun
Springtrap.
testing it internally. Dave's essentially been our dungeon master.
And
as
there's
we
a
create this
pizzeria
game.
map.
It's super cool.
And there's no new survivor.
Right, we're not going to wait too long to get started. Just hang tight another couple weeks, and our first vote will roll out, and then we'll just go on from there. We can do pretty much what we want. We keep coming up with questions during this process, like, oh, what should we do for this? And the answer keeps
The
coming
Wesker.
back. Well,
No,
let's let
no,
them
my
do
hair is
it.
just my hair.
So right
I didn't
down
change
to
my
the
hair
name
for
of
the
chapter,
Wesker video.
We're talking about everything, so
I styled it
we'll
differently,
see
but
you out there.
keep an eye
it was
out
my
on our
hair.
social
It wasn't a
media when
wig.
it's out and you get to vote on the first choice.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave.
Maybe it's the lighting, I don't
for
know.
joining us one more time. Thank you.
Bax.
Whoa, that sounds really cool though. I really like that they're doing that. I think that's going to be very, very interesting to see.
We're shockingly on time, and that means I get to make a merch shout out.
Ooh.
Let's see that merch, folks.
Thank you everyone, by the
Matt's
way,
making
for
his
coming
way
onto the
out
stream.
here. You can
There's been so many
maybe
people who
still get
joined. I'm
some-
really
some
surprised.
that's
So
not this
thank you
one,
very
merch
much.
down at the booth,
I think there's
that's
still a little bit more to
Fest,
go,
and
but we'll
this you
see.
can get on the shop
But yeah, thank you so much for
right
coming
now on
along.
the DbD
Thank you as
shop.
well to the people who have donated or become members
hi,
as
Matt,
well.
why are you
That
here?
helps a lot.
Yeah, so we are at
But
the
also
end of the
thank you for
show.
just
Thank you so
hanging
much for
out
everyone
and
for
watching
joining
along with
us.
me. It's been a lot of
Normally,
fun.
this is the bit of the show if you've watched the anniversary once or twice, where you figure, oh,
And I hope everyone
there's gotta
enjoyed.
be
See my
something
face
come
here
back
as well.
right.
It's a little weird for me. It's probably a little weird for you
But
too.
in this
But
case,
it's
we've
nice to
tried
do
things
sometimes, I
a
think.
little
So
differently this year. So
Because we heard Gorgiro was going to attend, and we're like, cancel it. Let's not do anything special for this one.
So
Name
if
dropping
you pay
Gojira.
very
It's a bad
close attention to the show, you will notice that we've already told you what the license coming after Five Nights at Freddy's is.
oh, they did? What?
So
you already told them.
This is
So-
the surprise reveal then?
There's been a bunch of clues hidden throughout our broadcast, a bunch of hints. So I want you to put
What's
on
it
your
gonna be?
tinfoil hats. Polly, we're looking at
Walking
you.
Dead?
And then give us our best speculations.
Oh, they're not going to
theories
show
on
it.
What you think it is.
Oh,
Actually, anybody here
they
that
dropped hints
knows?
throughout it, apparently.
Shrek is what was shouted from the crowd. If you're
I think it's
watching.
got to be Walking Dead. 2 survivors.
I think
Licensed survivors.
Shrek is in the maybe pile.
Oh,
He's not even joking.
who
So,
do you
yeah.
think it is?
Go on our socials.
There's a
tag
secret-
us and give us your
a secret
best
chapter announcement
speculations
somewhere
and
in
your
the
best
stream.
Guesses. We will let you know if you were right.
We
Go
heard-
back, watch the show.
We heard they like teasers, right? So let's do some.
Someone's
teaser
going to find it
players.
very quick. Someone's
We're
going
just
to at them
shout
on
it
Twitter
you
and
on
get it
stage.
instantly.
Shout out to the Binding of Isaac. Actually, they
I
were
still
just
think it's The
talking about
Walking
us on
Dead.
Twitter, yeah.
Just based on the fact there's 2 licensed
But it's not
survivors.
You're not supposed
I
to.
shouldn't say that, but
no,
it's
you're
not.
not supposed to. All right. Well,
There were coloured
one last
letters
time,
in the
thank you guys
roadmap.
so very much.
Evie, which was possible to read. Really? Okay, we can go check that in a second
An
then.
absolute pleasure, Boston, Massachusetts.
We can do a bit of detective work quickly and try and find out what the chapter might be.
We do have another stream coming shortly. We'll announce the date when we can to reveal the specifics of the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter, how the gameplay
Ooh,
works and
okay.
all that. Stay tuned.
So there's another stream with
And
the
come see us at the
FNAF
booth
power and
afterwards.
stuff like that coming.
Yeah, we'll be happy to hug and shake hands.
Thanks,
Veggie
everybody.
Tales.
Cheers.
Alright, and that's it. Oh, and Rick and Morty? Okay. Okay, let me reverse back then through the stream. Because we need to try and find what the hint was to the new... they said they secretly announced a chapter within the stream. At some point, they dropped hints toward it throughout the stream. Presumably the next licensed chapter in July, which has 2 licensed survivors. And someone said there's coloured letters on the roadmap, so I'm going to find the roadmap first, and we can take a look at that. and see if we can actually find anything. See, I don't see anything at the moment on the roadmap. Does anyone see any letters? Letters on the roadmap. Oh, wait, look, yeah, look. They've got certain letters on, if you can see on the screen, there's like an I missing, there's a V missing, there's an O missing, there's a W missing, there's an E missing, another O? Okay, so we got, oh, there's another E. Oh, okay. Oof, it's a lot. Okay. Oh, wait, there's even more. Okay, wait. Okay, so we've got, is that a T missing too? I think it is. We got a T, is it E next? Or the, S, the sh, the show, the shon, the show no, the show no, I don't know. The, I think it's the first word's the, so we got T, H, and then down here we have E, the something. Don't worry, there's no letters beneath my face, okay? It's just a Rick and Morty advertisement in the corner. The ones who live, that's what it is, right? The ones who live. So you have THON, E, the one, S up here, WHO, the ones who, where's the L? L on July, LIV, and E. That's it, the ones who live. It's just The Walking Dead. It is The Walking Dead. Whoa! The Walking Dead. The Ones Who Live, by the way, if you don't know, is the is a spin-off show. I think it is the Rick one, and it's about Rick and Michonne primarily. So presumably the two licensed survivors who are shown in this chapter here that also have a rift are the ones who live, Rick and Michonne, presumably from The Walking Dead. Wow. That's such a cool little drop there as well. That's true, someone said they would sub if I predicted it correctly. It was The Walking Dead. I guess I didn't specifically say the ones who live, but I think I did say Rick and Michonne at one point. As soon as I saw the two survivors, I was like, that's gotta be Walking Dead. Oh, that's so cool. I've wanted Walking Dead for so long as well. I know someone owes me a sub now. Oh, that's so cool. The ones who live. Tweet this out. I don't have Twitter. Someone tweet this out for me. I wish I could tweet it out. I can't. Oh, that's so cool though, right? I really love how they did that. They hid it inside the roadmap as well. Tell the world, man. It's Walking Dead, yeah. We've read the letters on the screen here, and it spells out The Ones Who Live, which is a reference to The Walking Dead and one of the spin-off shows, which is called The Ones Who Live. Yeah, following the letters along, THEONES, WHO, and then down here, LIVE, Ones Who Live. That is so cool, isn't it, that they dropped it like that? That's such a cool way to do it. I think it's quite possible we get skins too, yeah, for sure. Like Carol and Daryl. I think that's very possible. I think that is. Wow. What a stream. Okay, so let's go over the roadmap quickly as well. Just to cover what we had in this stream. So we had the first, so in June, which is the FNAF chapter, that's anniversary as well. We've got the new killer, which is Springtrap, and we've got the new map, which is the pizzeria. We don't have a new survivor for this chapter. It's just these two. There was also, I think, what was his name again? William Afton, I think, voiced by Matthew Lillard. And it's like a Springtrap skin with the face exposed. So they were like the big announcements of FNAF. We don't know what the power is yet, but they were the things announced for that. Next chapter, in July, just a month after Five Nights at Freddy's, we're getting a Walking Dead double Survivor license chapter with both Rick and Michonne, presumably. Then we're getting a Rift as well, presumably about both Rick and Michonne too, which should be pretty cool. And then in September, we're getting not an original chapter, so we're getting an original chapter then, which is probably good after so much licenses. And we're getting a new killer, new survivor, no new map. We have no idea what that is. That could be just about anything. New Rift October. In November, another license chapter in November. The schedule's a bit off this year with the releases, I think. I think they usually do a December release, if I'm not wrong. Maybe it's November, I don't know. I didn't even see that. There's a license chapter coming in November. It has a new killer and 2 new survivors. So we're getting 4 new licensed survivors this year. 2 Walking Dead, and then 2 from a completely different license. New killer and 2 new survivors. What could that be? A license that has a new killer and 2 new survivors. Could it be Stranger Things? If that could actually feasibly be Stranger Things. It could be Vecna, Stranger Things Vecna, and then, I don't know, any of the options people have suggested before. That would be crazy. And then moving on, we have another Rift in January. Then next March, we have another original chapter. And aside this, they also announced a sort of build your own chapter thing that's coming, where we as the community are going to vote on different pathways for what we want for a chapter. It's going to contain a killer and a survivor, and we're going to slowly vote our way toward what we want based on different options that are put forward. And they said there's up to 1,000 different possibilities for what it could be. So that's going to be really interesting. And that's what Year 10 is looking like. That's looking pretty incredible. We're also seeing a bunch of in-game events, probably some new events too. And yeah, and in a couple weeks, probably end of May, we're also going to get an announcement for the FNAF Power and more things to do with the FNAF chapter. So that's going to be, this is a huge stream. Absolutely huge. Yeah, what does everyone think? That was amazing. What a stream. Oh, and Witcher. Yeah, Witcher cosmetics are coming too. Probably fairly soon, honestly. And there's also going to be a Chaos Shuffle Witcher event as well, they said. So there's going to be some kind of themed Witcher Chaos Shuffle. A bit like they did with... they did Castlevania Lights Out. It's going to be a bit like that, I think. Yeah, we didn't see a power yet. Wow, though. The ones who live. I know, but they are treating us very good. What a wild... That's crazy. Crazy how much they revealed in that. It is a bit of a shame there's no new survivor for the FNAF chapter, but look here, there's 2 new survivors, 2 licensed survivors in July, which is Walking Dead, and then another licensed chapter with a killer and another 2 survivors. We're getting 3 licensed characters in one chapter in November. That is wild, right? Oh, thank you, Waifu, for the, I think, Australian dollars again, $7.99. Thank you very much. It's very kind. That's definitely sub-equivalent. Thank you so much. Either Conjuring or Supernatural for for the 2 survivors together. That's definitely possible. I think this is a really interesting one to talk about, the November chapter. Because it has a new killer, 2 new survivors, and it's licensed. Like, what could that be? My thoughts initially, again, are genuinely like Stranger Things, as wild as that sounds. Just because of the 2 survivors thing. Resident Evil Chapter 3? I'd be into that. I know a lot of people wouldn't be into that, but I would like that personally. How do you know that Walking Dead will be July? So they teased it in the roadmap. They spelled out the ones who live. If you follow the sort of the grayed out or blacked out letters on the roadmap, it spells out the words "the ones who live," which is a Walking Dead spin-off show that features both Rick Grimes and Michonne, who are 2 key characters in The Walking Dead. So presumably it's going to be those 2 in their ones who live looks as well. Oh, thank you again for the $7.99 again, waifu. Thank you so much. Very kind. FNAF is the June chapter, so it's coming out probably mid to early June. If the PTB is late May, I think it's going to be the 27th, if I'm not wrong. I think so. It's usually a Tuesday, so I think the 27th, and then it'll be released 2 weeks on from that. So it'll be, I don't know, somewhere between probably the 10th to the 15th of June, we'll get a live release for the FNAF chapter. Jurassic Park or World? I mean, that's not impossible. My girlfriend would be shocked seeing a face reveal. Almost 2 years. Wow. Thank you, Cylon. That is crazy. 2 years. 2 years I've had memberships. That's crazy to me. Jeff Goldblum. The Last of Us. Ooh. That's actually a really good call. And you're right. They did do it in Boston, and it is set in Boston, isn't it? The only thing with that is, who would the killer be if they were to do that? I do think it would be interesting because 2 new survivors, obviously that would work as both Joel and Ellie, but then who would the killer be if that was the case? And The Conjuring? I think The Conjuring is a decent shout too. They name dropped Shrek as well and said it's like lower down the list, but it's not impossible, I think they said. Until Dawn is another decent one. Thank you, Cylon. I'll try not to spend it all in one place. A bloater? It could be a bloater, I suppose. The Last of Us is PlayStation exclusive. You say that, but they did actually release Last of Us and Last of Us Part 2, I think both the remasters onto PC. They did that, I think, last year or the year before. I think it was around when the show's first season launched. Why is Albert Wesker on Asimov's stream? You should play Frank Stone. I do want to play Frank Stone. I've honestly just not gotten around to it. And I sort of want to do it on stream. So potentially we'll have a stream at some point. And I will cover it. Candyman? Again, Candyman though, like who would the survivors be? I don't know much about Candyman personally, but I'm not sure if there's particularly iconic survivors for that license or not. Oh, I see on Xbox, yeah. Yeah, quite possibly then. Terrifier could... I think if Terrifier came to the game, I have a feeling it'd be a killer-only chapter. I think they'd just do Art the Clown. They probably wouldn't do any survivors as well. There are a few that could fit, for sure, but I'm not sure if there's anyone, like, super iconic. Of all the chapters I could think of to do 2 survivors, Terrifier doesn't make much sense to me personally, but I do want to see Terrifier in the game, with that said. RE8, possibly, or RE7? September is Jason Voorhees. September is an original chapter. So we got licensed in June, licensed in July. These two are confirmed. FNAF, Walking Dead. September is original. November is licensed and it has a killer, 2 survivors. And then we have an original March Chapter 2. Sorry, it's getting quite sunny in in this room. My face is getting half lit up by the light. Slender Man. Let me try and just close these blinds one sec. Okay, I'm failing to do that, unfortunately. Could be Jason and the two survivors from the reboot. Predator? See, I would say something like Predator is more likely than Jason. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like if they get Jason, he's gonna be Anniversary because of just how sort of monumentally huge that would be for them to actually finally get Jason. September isn't licensed, but November is. So the only licensed chapter that we don't know what it is November now, because we know June, we know July, and September and March are both original. So November is the only licensed chapter, which is a killer, 2 survivors. Predator. I honestly, I do think Last of Us is the best shout so far. Again, the only issue I have with that is I sort of feel like they'd make it similar to the Walking Dead chapter. They'd just do 2 survivors. I don't think they'd bother with a killer. Because, again, I don't think there's anyone particularly iconic for that. Aside, like, the general zombies. The July chapter's The Walking Dead, if the teaser is right. No, so July is The Walking Dead, and November is the chapter we have no idea about. Unless, to be fair, unless they're saying there's a teaser, but then this is The Walking Dead chapter, and this one is the one we don't know. But I'm pretty sure this one's The Walking Dead. Because, again, the ones who live, Rick and Michonne, 2 survivors, that makes sense, right? So I'm pretty sure the November one is the one we don't know. A Quiet Place. Again, with a lot of these though, not that I don't want them, I'm just not sure how many of these have, you know, like 2 iconic survivor type characters to fit in. I think the 2 best suggestions so far, from my perspective at least, is Until Dawn or The Last of Us. Thank you, FB Gamer, for the $2. It could just be a part 2. If it could be Five Nights at Freddy's part 2, or it could be Walking Dead part 2, or it could be Resident Evil part 3. I know a lot of people aren't into that, but I would be. Silent Hill part 2, that could be cool. That would fit as well. I think there's enough iconic survivors in that to fit. Stranger Things is another good shout. I just sort of have some doubt around if Netflix would allow that. Yeah, I think Until Dawn, Last of Us, and Stranger Things. Those are the 3 best ones I think so far. Again, FNAF Part 2, I don't know. I think we could definitely get FNAF Part 2 in the future, but I think for now, at least this year, I don't think we'll get any more. Because even like other huge chapters like Resident Evil, when we did get a Part 2 eventually, it took like at least a year. It was, I think, it was 2021 in June for Resident Evil, and then Chapter 2, Project W, was in September 22. So it was like a year and 3 months on. Asimo's trying to cover up that he's the November killer. Yeah, perhaps. That's true. That's true, Moth, as well. They have shown Ethan's face now as well. That was sort of something potentially stopping that from happening before, but now we've seen Ethan Winter's face. It seems pretty plausible we could actually get him in the game, I think, because they added a third-person mode into RE8. Asimo's chapter. Never seen your face before. This is one of the first times I've ever showed it, so... Oh, thank you again, FB Gamer, for the $2. Art the Clown? I do think a good suggestion, but based on the visuals of this roadmap, I don't see anywhere Art fits in. Because I don't see him getting 2 survivors with this chapter. I think if we get Art the Clown, it's a standalone chapter, I'm pretty sure. Any chance the next Rift is FNAF? It could very possibly be FNAF. I mean, the current Rift, I think, should end... I think end of June around. So when we go into July, it could plausibly be for FNAF, or it could be for The Ones Who Live, The Walking Dead, and we could get a Walking Dead based chapter. Either I think could be huge. It could be both potentially. Next to a Last of Us or Walking Dead. I do think Last of Us is a good call, especially with it having a TV show on at the moment as well. I think that's pretty plausible. Even if it was a PlayStation exclusive originally. I mean, even then, right, the game is still exclusive, even if some of the characters appear in DbD, aren't they? So Terrifier would make sense if it was 1 survivor. See, I agree with that. I just think 2 survivors for Terrifier, it just doesn't make sense to me. There's not enough sort of iconic characters as survivors, I think, from that franchise. So thank you again for the $10, FB Gamer. Go down the list and see what fits. The only way of knowing. See, the problem with that is there's a good chance it's not on the list as well. It could very well be, but I think all the suggestions are really great so far, though. I think everyone's made really great suggestions. Their stream is over, yeah. We're just chatting about the roadmap at the moment and figuring out the possibilities for what it could be. Thank you, Seth, for the $1.99. Probably won't be, but hoping Slenderman. Yeah, unfortunately, again, I think because it's 2 survivors in the next licensed chapter, it's probably not Slenderman. Slenderman, a bit like Art the Clown, I think would be a standalone character, a standalone killer. Thank you, Raggedy Man, for the $5. Sienna and Jonathan are as important to Terrify as Art the Clown. 2 survivors is easy. Okay, that's a fair point. Yeah, I think that could work. And thank you for the $2 as well from Diabetic Warrior. Last of Us, except Abby with a golf club as a killer. I think Abby looks too. She looks too like normal, doesn't she, to be a killer? Just walks around with a golf club. I've not actually played the Last of Us games. I've only watched the show, but I know Abby looks very different in the show compared to the games. Dying Light. I love Dying Light, so I would love to see a Dying Light chapter. So if that's at all possible, I would love to see that. I think that'd be really awesome. But no, I think that's a good point as well, that Raggedy Man brought up about Terrifier. Possibly Sienna and Jonathan, that they do seem plausible as survivors, to be fair. So who knows? Maybe Terrifier can be added to the list as well. Yeah, The Walking Dead is the next is presumably the July chapter, the 2 survivor chapter. What about a comic book chapter like Marvel or DC? That'd be cool. I'm personally not against anything, really. I think everything they've added so far has fit the game. I've not had any issue with anything they've added, honestly. So, yeah, I think so far they've proven they can make it work, and I think that's the most important thing. So, yeah. That's true. They did mention Silent Hill, didn't they? And they said it's like a turning point or sort of like a focal point. So yeah, maybe it's a Silent Hill Part 2. But with that said, they have added a lot of Silent Hill survivors as skins. So then if they were to then add another 2 new survivors from Silent Hill, we're going to have like every character in the game. I'm trying to think of who they could add. Maybe like Harry Mason, possibly? Invincible. I really want a boys chapter. I would love to see Homelander in the game. I think that'd be so cool. And Star Wars, again, I know that's crazy, but I would love that so much. Thank you again for the $10 FB Gamer. That's very generous. I know it would never happen, but for the fun of it, Team Fortress 2 chapter. I know that game is very well loved. I've personally never played Team Fortress 2, but I've heard good things. Harry Mason and Douglas? I'm not sure who Douglas is, but I've heard of Harry Mason. Left 4 Dead. See, that's one, apparently they're not, they probably won't expand on that because they can't monetize anything Left 4 Dead related. They have to release it for free. So it's a bit like making new maps for older original chapters. They're probably not going to do it because they can't really sell or monetize it in any way. You know, their work has to sort of equal, you know, some kind of income, if that makes sense. But I agree, more Valve content or more Left 4 Dead content as well, I think would be really great. Star Wars, thank you again, FB Gamer, for $2 again. I would love Star Wars. Darth Vader killer. Survivor. We don't even need survivors necessarily, but a Darth Vader killer. You just run around with your lightsaber. You can like choke the survivors and throw them with the Force. A bit like Wesker, just except you have the Force. You just lift them up and that'd be so much fun. The creator of Andor was the one who said they are working on a Star Wars horror movie. Ooh. Honestly, anything Star Wars related. It doesn't have to be Darth Vader. I know Darth Vader's a little silly, but I would really love that too. Palpatine. Imagine Palpatine's voice lines. He'd have so many good voice lines. So many cool voice lines. Stranger Things fits the timing with demo coming back, and they added 11 to Fortnite. So Netflix were more open to more content. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't be against it. Having Stranger Things Chapter 2 in the same year as Five Nights at Freddy's would be obviously huge. It would be absolutely massive. So, you know, I'm not against that. I would love to see more Stranger Things content. I just sort of doubt it, I think. Thank you, B-Works, for the $5. Imagine a Minecraft killer. I mean, we could have Herobrine as the new killer, and then Steve and Alex as the survivors. That fits pretty well. Who knows? Yeah, Arcade. Oh, a Fallout chapter. I would love a Fallout chapter so much. I really love the Fallout games. I love the aesthetic of them. Just the general vibe. I love the show as well. I know the show was a bit more sort of controversial, but I really like the show too. I would love a Fallout chapter. I think it's highly unlikely this is the Fallout chapter, but I would love that so much. Yeah, I think that would be so cool. It really would be. Darth Jar Jar for Star Wars. That's a good call, Malice. Also, no new map, it's Stranger Things. I mean, do you remember the leaks, by the way, a while ago? There were leaks for a Stranger Things Chapter 2, a potential Vecna killer, and a new map in the underground complex focusing on the Rainbow Room, which is a room that appears in Stranger Things Season 4. Oh, hey, Aki, good to see you. Really excited for the choose your own chapter. That could be huge. They said for the choose your own chapter, they have 1,000 different possibilities or something. Thank you, Seth, as well for the $4.99. If Slenderman was introduced, it could open the door to more creepypastas. Yeah, it definitely could, for sure. That could be really cool. Yeah, so the Rainbow Room map, there was this leak. It was a while ago. It was actually before Stranger Things returned in 2023. I think it was early 2023 or late 2022. There was a leak about there being a new map being made for Stranger Things that featured the Rainbow Room. So it was in the same underground complex that we have currently in the game, but it was like a new version of it containing the Rainbow Room. And there was also supposedly a Vecna killer, and potentially like an 11 survivor or some other survivors. And we don't know what happened to that. But apparently the map had been made to some capacity. You can even search it on YouTube. I think DbD Leaks has a video. The 1,000 choices is probably 5 rounds of 4 choices. Yeah, it probably is. But still, a lot of choices. What about? I think the fact that Witcher's coming is awesome. I've not played any Witcher, but I have seen it around a lot. I know it's a very well-loved chapter. The skins they're adding look amazing. We can take a look at those as well if I can find them in the lineup. They looked really cool though. Should we watch the trailer again, by the way, as well for FNAF? Have a quick watch of the trailer.
Let's show that bad boy.
This is wild. No worries, Neo. Thanks for coming by. There it is. Time to become a Vittoria, mate. Yeah. A Vault Dweller? That could be interesting.
You like that?
Oh, thank you, Poised. You
Okay.
like that?
Well, thank you for that. So
The crowd
I guess,
is truly going wild
I
as
guess
well.
we made the right choice. Yeah, it was obvious to us too. Of course, Springtrap is the ultimate villain of the series, and for the first time ever, you'll be able.
Oh, that is amazing though, isn't it? What a stream. You're trying to figure out if the map and killer are based more on the game or the movie. I think it's based on the games, based on what they said, because they said they have a separate skin from the movie, which makes me think the base FNAF chapter is going to be based on. They said the first game. Actually, I think they said it. They said the first game, featuring both Springtrap and the pizzeria. And then they have a separate skin on top of Springtrap specifically for the movie. So it's primarily based on the game, the first game. Which is presumably why there's no survivor, because in the first game I think you play like a faceless character, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think so. Oh look, this is where the new skin was revealed. As well. That looks really cool. Really great detail on it as well. So there was that. Then we also got the map announced as well. The pizzeria. And it does, someone mentioned as well, a few people mentioned, it looks like Greenville. It does look like Greenville, doesn't it? There's like the Greenville growths outside the building. It's really interesting. The hooks looks like a Greenville hook. So it looks like it's on the Greenville realm, which is really interesting. And it seems to be a partially indoor, partially outdoor map, which is also going to be, I think, possibly quite interesting too. Because when I was thinking if they ever added this, it would just be inside. So the fact it's inside and outside is quite interesting, I think. And yeah, we get a few shots of this as well. It all looked very cool though. Like, look at that. It looks like they put a lot of detail in, a lot of work in. Will FNAF come on May 25th? I think we might be getting a PTB end of May. I think somewhere between it'd probably be like last week of May, I think. So probably anywhere from the 24th to the 31st. Does May have 31 days? Or is it 30 days? I don't remember. The last week of May. I think is when the PTB will be, and then we'll get a live FNAF release somewhere between the 10th to the 15th of June. I think around then, probably. You hope they make the anniversary food item a pizza. That could be cool. It does look like Greenville, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh yeah, then here was the Witcher skins as well. It looks very cool, doesn't it? May has 31. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's looking really awesome though, right? So yeah, I think maybe that's where we're gonna end the stream. I want to thank everyone for coming though. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks everyone for watching. Please be sure to drop a like if you've enjoyed. And let me know if you like seeing me in the videos too with my face. It's a bit weird for me. It's probably a little weird for you too. Because I've mostly been faceless over the years. But yeah, let me know. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for dropping likes, dropping subs. Thank you for everyone who's donated as well. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming along. This was a really cool reveal. It's really cool to do one of these live because I've never managed to do one live before. I don't know if you can hear my stomach. I'm really hungry. I'm going to make some food now. Oh, thank you, everyone. Too kind. But yeah, thank you all for coming along. Thank you so much. Really hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the reveal stream as well itself. And yeah, thanks and goodbye.